Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a new banner prediction guide for Honkai Star Rail. Now this will be the first limited banner that will be coming into Honkai Star Rail after the Sealight banner. And this will be the banner for Jing Yuan. So in this video, we'll go through all the official information, story teasers, availability of characters, and also everything that is available in the game. And this will be a no-leak prediction video that is going to be very accurate. I have really good confidence of that. So I want to show you guys all the method of predicting the 4-star characters and which of the 4-star characters will be joining us. And it is very likely we'll have 4 characters to pick from. And the 2 highest chance of characters will be Tingyun and also Sushang. So we go through all the hints officially and also everything that's related to the game that will indicate those characters will be coming with Jing Yuan's banner. And on the second part of the video, we'll also go through those characters in more details with the skills, tier list, damage dealing, and everything that's related to those 2 characters. So coming over to our notes. As you guys can see over here, everything that is related and that we'll talk about will be from the official source with Honkai Star Rail. And the first thing we're going to know is there was a live stream before the launch of the game, and they have revealed 2 banners in the launch. And the second banner will be for Jing Yuan. I'm sure most of you know about this, but what is not revealed is the 4-star characters that will become available. This is actually quite important for free-to-play players, or for most players, because for us, maybe sometimes we don't get the limited banner character, but it's very likely we get the 4-star characters that come with a banner. So here on the first part, we'll be using our knowledge from Genshin Impact and also, similar with Star Rail, we'll look into what are the 4-star characters that will become available. I'll go through the logic and also theory crafting behind it with you guys, and everything makes sense. So after that, in the future videos, we'll also be predicting the 4 stars for other limited characters, like for Kafka and also Silverwolf. So going over to some of the core concepts of predicting 4-star characters in Star Rail. Now the first thing you want to know is, usually they wouldn't have the limited banner character as the free characters that is available in the game. And the free characters we got from the first patch or the first launch of the game will be 6 characters that was available. So Asta, Denhe, and also March 7th, those were the story characters. Those are the maximum free characters you can think of, and they usually do not come into any of the banners. After that, we got Seville, Heta, and also Natasha for free, but those were one-time free, so they can still come into the banners that will be the rate up. And this of course brings us to the second clue or hint. So you saw Natasha over here and also Hook and also Pella. So you can see there are 3 rate up characters for each of the limited banners. And over here, what that means is, this means the next banner on the next 2 banners probably won't have those 3 characters. So we can safely remove Hook, Pella, and also Natasha out of the list. The next clue that was available in the game was the 4-star characters that was available from the Starlight store. So as you guys know in the game, so I'll just show you guys over here. You can see the Starlight store with 140 exchange for any of the 4-star that will become available. There will only be 2 characters available each of the month, and this month is Dahen and also Seville. The previous month, we had Asta and also Alan. So those characters have a slightly lower chance of appearing simply because they have appeared on the exchange. Usually if you can exchange them, people kind of don't want to have incentive to roll on those characters on the limited banners. Yes, you might be surprised. Sometimes players will roll on the limited banners just because they rate at 4 stars. And this is a very important marketing perspective, and this is what we learned from Genshin Impact after many years. Now coming into the more important clue of the game. Now I don't want to give you guys too much spoiler, but I'll give you guys something minimal. So there's a very high chance of a 4-star character that is appearing with the story of Jing Yuan. I didn't go far into the story, but I already saw the 2 key characters, that is Tingyun and also Sushang. Now one thing you want to notice, the pattern with Genshin Impact and also Star Rail is that the second bigger map will be a location that represents China. This is very important for the Chinese players. So notice the characters' names, the location, everything is designed in Chinese, and those are pinyin names. So those Chinese names and characters really represent and also, give pride to the Chinese players. So this is why those players will coming along with the story. And Jing Yuan over here is a Chinese name that also represents China. Notice that his affliction with the Xiaozhou Lofo. So those are those are pretty much screaming out, we love the Chinese culture, and Chinese players really like that. So this is very important. And if you play at even the 5 minutes into the main story, you get to see the 2 characters, with Tingyun welcoming the players and also Sushang appearing in the story as well. So this actually takes us, to the final piece of the puzzle. Now, after looking at, everything else, what you're going to see is, you can see the availability of the 4-star characters gets reduced. Now, Heta was free twice from the Heta Simulator universe, so I don't think she will come. The last two characters that we have not talked about is actually Tingyun and also Sample. And those are the two characters for my follow-up, run-up characters. So you can see we have availability of 4 potential characters to be coming in the Jing Yuan banner. And ideally, you can see Qing is having a slightly higher chance than Sample, but Qing is also a free character we got from the Forgotten Hell. And if we have gotten her for free, likely players wouldn't roll for her in the limited banners. And that of course still pushes us towards the Tingyun and also Sushang. So the first 3 characters, they have Chinese names. I don't think Sample is a Chinese name though, to be honest. And of course, this brings us to my predictions. So the higher chance for me for the banners will be Tingyun and also plus Sushang. And those are very important characters and very powerful characters. We'll talk about this and the character reveal on the second part. The runner-ups are going to be Jing Yuan and also Sample. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about the prediction? Do you agree with the logic behind it? Do you like those 4 characters that you see? Do you like the rate up chances of Tingyun and also Sushang? So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Are you going to roll on the next banner for Jing Yuan? Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of free Jade guides, new events, official updates, and also free-to-play tips and also tricks to Hong Kong Star Rail. And make sure you turn on the notification, guys, because some of the events and also some of the updates may be time limited and with a limited number of giveaways. Like in this particular guide, only 2,000 players can get the lucky giveaway for 3,000 Jades. So make sure you subscribe and also turn the notification on. And if you look over here, a lot of you haven't turned it on. We have over 80% people who haven't turned it on. So make sure you turn it on for the latest news and also all the freebies with Hong Kong Star Rail. Now coming over to our second part of the video. Over here we'll briefly talk about the 4-star characters that is likely going to be on the limited banner with the rate up. We'll go through the tier list and we'll use the tier list from Proton.gg. You can see the 4-star character tier list and Tingyun and also Sushang at the top of the list. The top support Tingyun is like a character that can last for a long time. Because she buffs most of the DPS characters, she's considered the future-proof characters that can resist the power creeping. While Sushang is a very powerful single target physical DPS. So if I look at the damage meters over here, you can see Sushang on the top 6 of the list. And what I think Sushang is better than Hook and also Danhen, simply because she deals physical damage and can break enemies. But of course, Hook can break fire enemies and Danhen is good for wind. So those characters will focus on their own element. Now the second biggest highlight for me for the characters is the appeal and also the character animation. So you got to see Tingyun, she is a cat girl or fox girl, like she's an animal girl, like who's gonna say no to her, right? And she's the top of the meta, top of the list, the best 4-star free to play if you get her. So she is gonna be very, very much liked. And also with Sushang, her ultimate summons a cute little bird that's really good, and I have her since the start of the game because I got her. It's really fun to watch animation. I never get bored of it. The bird jumps and stomps on enemies. So those animation alone really makes those characters really appeal to the players. Now finally, if we look at the constellation or the add-ons of the characters, if you do get duplicates, I don't think those characters really shine that much, but the first copy of Sushang actually provide her with more skill point with a weakness broken enemy. And over here the 6th add-on will be the biggest one because the talent speed will be stackable up to 2 times. And Sushang will gain the stack of the talent speed. And this is actually quite nice. And because over here Sushang's talent can increase the speed by 15 to 21%. And if they stack this twice, that'd be like 42%. So this makes her very speedy, very fast, and attack multiple times. But you need 6 copies of her, of course. Now for Tingyun on the other hand, 1 copy of her provide additional speed for allies after casting her ultimate, and this is actually really, really good. So this effectively turns her into like a mini Asta. And also the second add-on allows her to generate energy for characters. That's also great, right? So there's a lot of great, combinations over here. Higher damage multiplier and also provide more energy for the target ally. So the energy provider will be 50, now it's up to 60. So what I'm talking about is going to be her ultimate that provides 50 energy. So overall, the copies of Tingyun duplicates really works well on the first copy and also second copy. And this is what makes those characters more appealing on the limited banners with Jing Yuan. So let me know, are you guys going to roll for the 4 stars, guys? Or are you going to roll for the fancy 5 stars with Jing Yuan? And of course, guys, we'll have a special video to compare the next banner with Jing Yuan, the current banner with Sea Lion, and also the next banner likely going to be Kafka. So we compare those 3 characters, and I'll show you guys what are the perspective from a free-to-play player, which of the banners should you go for? Because if you go for all 3, likely it's going to be really hard. Now before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.